Welcome everyone to my Guilty Pleasure Movies of 2017. This list I came up with. Now, some of these are guilty pleasures that people just ridiculed, but I like as guilty pleasures, even though some of them I know some people don't take seriously. Some of these I love, and some of these I want to put on here for the sake of being on here. So, let's get started. At number 14, we have Kidnapped. This was a movie by starring Halle Berry. This movie got pushed back so many different times, and it's criminally underrated in my eyes. I know a lot of people hate this film, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. This will be going Guilty Pleasure Movie of the Week category when I do my 2017 catch-up. I like the story, I like the acting, the action. Some of it is weird editing looking, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just want some guilty pleasure fun. And number 14, that is Kidnapped. Makes that list. Number 13 is Smurfs: The Lost Village. This is the third film adaptation of the Smurfs, and I really do enjoy it. I like the other two. They were okay. They weren't the best, but they were tolerable. But this was much better. It's animated. The voice acting was great. Mandy Patinkin taking over for the late Jonathan Winters Pop Smurf. Demi Lovato as Smurfette. It was pretty funny. I actually had myself a good time with this. It was pretty good. It wasn't that bad. A lot of people don't like these movies. That's fine, but the Smurfs films, just like Scooby-Doo films, are my guilty pleasures, and I'm very happy to watch this because I really enjoyed it. Number 12 is Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. Now, granted, I have seen Sharknado 4 and Sharknado 3 and Sharknado 2. I have not seen the first Sharknado. I saw the second, third, and fourth one, and yeah, they're dumb, they're stupid, but they know what they are. Only problem I do have is that I feel like the film does get a little bit too crazy at the end, but I do like the acting. I like the effects. It's cheesy, dumb, silly fun, just like Geostorm was, and Geostorm's not on here, but it is one of the guilty pleasures of this year. So, there you go. Number 11 is Mother, directed by Darren Aronofsky, starring Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. I like this movie, okay? I know this movie has gotten a crap ton of controversy, and Jennifer Lawrence has stated her opinion, and if you don't understand, this movie is not for the squeamish, by the way, so you may be very sensitive to some of the images, but I got what the story they were trying to tell. I understood what was going on. There's a lot of weird, creepy, and intense moments, but it's a pretty good movie, and I think Mother was fairly watchable. I don't hate Mother. I know people don't like it, but it's not the worst thing I've seen, guys. Come on, you kidding me? There's far worse movies I've seen this year. Number 10 is The Dark Tower. I still go by what I say about this. I feel like that this movie should have the movie should have been a lot more longer. There's not enough character development and such, but I still like some aspects of this movie. I still like the acting. I still like the music. Is a fairly decent Stephen King adaptation. I can't say it's the worst one I've ever seen. That would be going too far. So I have to say I have to give this movie some credit for at least being somewhat watchable. And number 9 is Descendants 2. Some of these you will be seeing on my best movies of 2017. I do have a couple more. I do have my most underrated films and my most surprising overrated films. I don't know when I'll do those because I have to put at least five movies for both of those. But anyways, Descendants 2, I love the first one, surprisingly. The second one is really good. I did have problems. I do think that Harry Hook is a little bit annoying. And there were a few songs that didn't need to be there, but I still have fun. I still have enjoyment. Dove Cameron is Miles, cool. Sophia Carson is Evie. It's never a bad time with the VKs for me, with the Descendants franchise. Number 8 is Saban's Power Rangers. I know people don't like this movie, but I did. I really enjoyed it. I had fun with it. It wasn't the greatest movie of all time, but it was at least a good film, a fun film. And I know some people has given this movie flack, even from Power Rangers fans. I don't mind this new interpretation that they went. I don't mind Trini being gay. I don't mind Billy being autistic. If you want to go that route, fine, go that route. But overall, I think this movie is a fairly watchable good time. It's not the worst thing ever, but it definitely deserves a sequel. And I hope they still do it, despite the box office disappointment, gross, whatever. Number 7, Ghost in the Shell 2017. Know a lot of people did not care for this movie, but I like this live action one. It does not beat the original R-rated animated film, but I do enjoy having fun with Ghost in the Shell. Scarlett Johansson's pretty good. I like the visual style. I don't mind the story. I don't mind Scarlett Johansson as the main character. Stop whitewashing people, guys. It's just very annoying. But I have to say that for a TV show, for a movie that got a lot of flack, I really think this movie deserved more money. And it's bad we're not going to get a sequel because I wanted to see more of this, but it's okay. Number 6 is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. This is the 5th movie in the series, and you know my history with this Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Love the first one. Second one is my favorite. Third one is watchable, but it has too many things, too many storylines, too many subplots, too many characters, too much going on in one movie, and the movie is way too long. But it does have its entertaining parts. On Stranger Tides was a far better improvement. It felt like the first movie again, and as a standalone sequel, it works. And as a Pirates movie, in my opinion, it works. This one was really good. I loved Javier Bardem as Captain Salazar. I like the sacrifice Jeffrey Rush's character does. I won't say what happens to him, just for people who hasn't seen the movie. Johnny Depp is still in his prime, even though some people say he's not the main character of these movies. To me, he is the main star of these movies because Johnny Depp's name comes first in the credits. Johnny Depp's face in the posters is always in the front of the poster. And Johnny Depp is the reason why people go see these movies. And this one's no exception. And I do like everything else in the movie, so I did have some flaws, but if you want to see my review of Dead Men Tell No Tales, you can go check it out on my channel. Number 5, King Arthur Legend of the Sword. I know my friend John Avenger 71985 did not like this movie, but I really enjoyed it. It was a fun guilty pleasure. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was cool. I really had fun with it. It was not that bad. Yeah, the camera speeding, it could have been done, and some of this movie is a little predictable, and Astrid Burgess Frisbee is kind of underused, and so is Eric Bana. But I enjoyed Charlie Hunnam. I enjoyed the performances. I enjoyed the music. I liked some of the action. I liked the design of the movie. And cinematography is well done. So, I don't hate this movie. It's a shame this movie bombed because they were planning a franchise out of this, but I don't mind King Arthur Legend of the Sword. At number 4 is The Mummy, 2017. I know, Sean and John Avengers 71985, they don't like this movie either, but I did. It was fun. Yeah, it does have a little bit of identity crisis. Well, it doesn't know what it wants to be, but I liked the movie. I liked Tom Cruise's performance. I didn't mind the acting. I didn't mind Russell Crowe. I didn't mind the action. I didn't mind Sofia Boutella as the mummy. She's pretty cool as the female mummy. And yes, the Mummy trilogy with Brendan Fraser is better, but I still enjoyed the film. Nevertheless, it's not horrible, guys. Are you kidding me? Number 3, Kong Skull Island. I know some people were disappointed with this, but I was not let down with this movie at all. I have fun with it. If you're going into this movie expecting character development, yeah, the character development could have been a little bit more strong, but it gave me what I wanted to see. It gave me motion capture Kong, which was great. It gave me some good actors, gave me great action, good direction. It's a fun monster film at best. But Kong Skull Island, I don't mind it. It's pretty fun, pretty entertaining, and it's definitely going in my soon-to-be DVD and Blu-ray collection. Because I do have the Blu-ray on my Amazon wishlist. Number 2 is Beauty and the Beast 2017. Yes. This is a good movie. First time I saw it, I really loved it, but on rewatches, I like the movie, but it's not as great as everyone says it is. I'll give it credit for being faithful to the original, but adding a few new songs. I loved Evermore. That was a great song, and that song was sad. The Beast should have been completely in makeup. Dan Stevens in makeup. It should not have been CGI. Emma Watson, her singing is okay, and she does a good job as Belle. I do like the way this movie shot, but you could have done something much, way more inventive for this to be a different remake from the 1991 classic. You could have set it in modern day, still had the same cast and stuff. You could have took some notes from the different TV show Beauty and the Beast with Linda Hamilton, which I never seen, but I think Beauty and the Beast is a pretty good watch. It didn't deserve to make $1 billion. The $1 billion should have went to Blade Runner 2049 or something. But I thought this was it was good, but a tad bit overrated, as you guys like to say. Coming in number 1 is Baywatch, with The Rock, Zac Efron, Alexandra Daddario, and the gorgeous Kelly Rohrbach in her film debut. I think people just slammed this movie because it was a movie with The Rock, and this movie was just a remake, film adaptation of the TV show, but I never grew up with the show, so I enjoyed the film. I liked the movie. It did have some problems, but it's mostly with the jokes. But I still laughed, I still had fun, and it was still entertaining. So I can't give the movie any crap for being entertaining. And plus, you have hot girls in it. It is R-rated. It knows what it is. It does not play around. So Baywatch is the biggest guilty pleasure movie of the year for me. So let me know what you guys think of my guilty pleasure list 2017, and I will catch you guys in the best of as soon as I catch up on some of the best of and see some newer upcoming releases. And if you like this, you can come here and we can have a good time.